All right, greetings. I am Dr. Z, greeting you in light, love, peace, and harmony. You know, I had given myself a commitment that I was going to make a live post this week, and it's Friday afternoon at the end of a long week, and I'm keeping my word to myself. Integrity is very important, and so I want to talk to you about something. Many of us have problems, or there are problems in our lives, and if everything's going smooth for you and you don't have any problems right now, then just wait, because there'll be some that'll show up next week. So my business is helping people, talking to people about their problems in business and relationships and life. And the intention is to heal from the fear so we can achieve more of our potential and power. Questions are very important. There's a power in questions. And they say that half of knowledge is the right questions. The right question is half of knowledge. This is a wisdom teaching. So I ask questions in our coaching approach is 3 basic questions. The first question is, what's the problem? The second question is, why is it a problem? And the third question is, what do you want? What do you desire to create? And what I've discovered, and I do this pretty much every day, at least 3 days out of the week, I'm asking people these questions. And what I've discovered is that what they think the problem is not really the problem. I spoke with someone yesterday, and he's having problems in his relationship. Any of y'all can relate to problems in your relationships at home or even at work? Thank you. And when I asked him what is the problem, he talked about her upbringing versus his upbringing in their dysfunctional families, right? The mother and the father and the siblings and all these things. And they had similar experiences, but there were differences. But that's not the problem. I asked him, what's the problem? He talked about the influence of parents' divorce and fathers not being in their life, and as well as the social and cultural influences because of their race and gender. But that's not the real problem. I asked him, well, what's the problem? He talked about, the way they both have ways of processing information differently, and how their communication styles are different, and so they don't interpret situations the same way. But that's not really the problem. And then when I asked him, well, what does he want? He says, I want us to be happy and content and operating as a team and realizing the dreams, all of the dreams that they discussed during their honeymoon phase. Now, I want to ask you a question. How could a relationship be happy and content if he's not clear about what the problem really is? And I'm saying that to him, but it's the same for you and me. How can we be happy and content if we don't know what the real problem is? And this happens to most people. They have an experience, and that experience really happened at work, in their relationships, decisions that they made about doing certain things. But those experiences are not the real problem. So what is the real problem? Well, the real problem is the thinking about the problem. The real problem is what you think about the problem. And this thinking, as we've worked with hundreds and hundreds of people, we find that this thinking is what's causing the suffering in the life. In his life, in my life, in your life. And in 100% of the cases, that thinking that's causing the suffering is really untrue. It's part of the conditioning and programming from our lives. So if you're ready to get to the roots of how to solve the real problem, then join me, Dr. Z, for the next masterclass, Increasing Consciousness and Beyond. I'm going to put the link in the comments. Encourage you to check it out. Allow yourself to look and see what might be there for you, because this is the calling of God on us. And we want all of us to be happy. We want all of us to reach this glorious paradise and promise that the Almighty has given to each human being. But we can't get to that promised land, right? Until we know what the real problem is. And so I thank you. Click the link, check it out, and join us for the next masterclass. Thank you.